ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me When up in it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Ready. Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin. Subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock?
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Ready. Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game has veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, bang. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Rodgers now on first down. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
Watch the ship. 6-6, bullet high. Watch the ship. Check.
Looking to pass. Aikman on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Now Aikman. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. He's got a man complete. 36 yards on the play. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Aikman. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Clay Matthews adding another sack to his impressive NFL resume. Off the play fake, here's Aikman. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Caught by Nelson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. From the 24, Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete as well. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside, they can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Elliott on 1st down, going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 11. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
258. Back north. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On second down now. It's Green. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
We got 4. We got 4.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood. Hey, dude.
2nd and 10. Aikman again. Throw left side complete. It's Hayes. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They go play action with Aikman. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The kick by Maher is good. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move, the Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years, and I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. At their own 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Rodgers throwing quickly out to Adams. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Pilot, 64, weak.
He'll find Driver here. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop. Right. He's down right here. He's down on the right. Down on the right. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Get it.
On 1st and 10, it's Aikman, eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Ready.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Yeah.
2nd and 10 now, it's Aikman. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
That's it, baby. We're going to push it. At their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down.
Go. Hey, orbit.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Hey, high 7. Ready to go. Head on.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Bravo.
Check 15.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They're going to look to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
Hey.
Hey, look, 48.
Hey, Echo.
Let's go.
Ready?
2nd and 13. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jared Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that will get him one closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. That's complete to Smith. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On play action, they'll throw. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Kenny Clark breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
218, chopper. 5.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Hey, Delta. Go.
Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded at the 27. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Clay Matthews. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
Rock it. Hey, rock it. Ready?
On 2nd down, it's Smith. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Get it.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. A gain of 37.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Call that a very strong gain of 24. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, exit. Leo. We own it.
2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
They come out here in the eye, and this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They go play action here on 1st down, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Arlington. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. On 2nd down now. It's Green. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Crosby connects on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
They'll run it again with Smith. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A first down carry for Smith. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
At the 47-yard line. Check hot.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Airing it out deep for Smith. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Did 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now back to throw. Lets it go for Nelson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Oh, what a juke into space.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Get him, boy. That's a gain of 3.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Topper, topper. Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch. Watch that, watch that, watch that. Hatchet, hatchet. Hey, wahoo.
Back to throw here. Going for it all. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Hit it.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 27, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
They go back to the ground with Smith. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
General West.
They'll drop to throw. Complete to Jason Witten. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, it's Smith. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard brings up second.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Cowboys, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milkers burning my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it slow. I'm sturdy as hell, it's a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone dogs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with the squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Wings of the team, I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Not worried about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clarity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice. Taking notice. Taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Dallas Cowboys. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17. Yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Ready, set. 96. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Now Jackson on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. After the sack on first down, Jackson. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one covers 29 yards. First down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
At the 39-yard line.
Check 13.
On second down, it's Bailey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Down behind the line of scrimmage. Arrested 1. Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, They said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. On the run, Dunbar. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 12. Come. 14, got it. Alert.
Now Wilson. Looking deep for Jennings. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Gary Jennings, 79 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, it was 2nd and long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Move 15. 54.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Completes it to Jennings. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Wilson, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
Cowboys, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st. Jackson on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Dunbar. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Early down stuffs to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Right there, 54 Mike. Here we go, here we go. 49, check 49, check. Shift.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Jennings was the one he was looking for.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but some.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. The 30, 20, 10. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season. Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 22 yards there, a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Jackson, and he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down.
On the Seahawks 9-yard line.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
They run the counter. Bailey. And it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week. Forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers is not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on.
We'll go with desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and it's second down.
Quick, 280.
Mike 54.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
Wilson now to throw again. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A first down there on a pickup of 25. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Slow down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a second and 14. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Third and long, it's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. There he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is. I mean, he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Seahawks 28, Cowboys 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Jackson. Going to take a shot for Gallup. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play here for the Cowboys. 47 yards. Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The former Longhorn back home, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that...
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 30, past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 91 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They go play action now. Jackson. Cooper's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
That's the number. Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Jackson now off the bootleg. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the 6-yard line.
Let's go. Right there.
To throw again is Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Jackson's pass. Incomplete in the end zone.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. On 1st down, Dunbar. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Check 50. Hey. Stay with your man. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hassan. Check 4.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. The 20. 10. 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kicked.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now it's Jackson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Cooper was the target there. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They run the counter. Dunbar. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's where they're...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jackson from the shotgun. Open man is Miller. He's got it. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. From the left side, it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Barnes. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Let's go! Let's go!
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Bailey. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bailey. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Here we go! Here we go! 15 on it! 15 on it! Let's see what you got.
Here's Jackson. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are able to make things a bit more respectable. Extra point up and through. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Alluding to pressure right. Looking deep for Jennings. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. 78 yards. And the Cowboys claw one back. The point after is good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Fielded about a yard deep.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Arlington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. The Seahawks on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Being chased out left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You ain't going nowhere.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
54. 4 yards. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. From 8 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. No problem there on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But what about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Again, Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football that will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked.
Jennings lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. On first down, Rudolph tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
The Seahawks take over.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We've got a lopsided game here. Which I don't know, Charles. What does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Seahawks on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Seahawks send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Returnable here from the 38. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
54 Mike. That's what I do.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down now, it's Barnes. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
The 16-yard line.
Ready? He's right. Mark 96. Gotcha. Hey, weapon. Gotcha, boy. Tighten up. Tighten up.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Jackson throwing on 4th down. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Ready? 90, Wolf. 54. Watch the out. Watch the out.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's third down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
They're running it.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard. on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Done. 50 lady. 57 to Mike. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Whip. Come on. Watch the whip. You 61. Matchbox white. You got to right there. No. Off. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 50. 40. Get him. Hey, Bunch. Watch out.
Wentz now on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
What a spin. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
First down, Philadelphia.
Go. 180. 50 seconds, Mike. Gotta do better. Come on. Ram. Watch out the creep.
Now they try the right side here and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They're the favorite, no question, and when they score like that on the opening drive to set the tone, you're the underdog on the other bench. That's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, because you can't bring the home crowd into it, because you're counting on that to be a part of your equalizer, ride their momentum, but you have to give them something to cheer for. So now what you're worried about is they're better than we are, we can't get going, are we about to get blown out?
Good news, still a long way to go. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones, flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right? And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They give him a gain of 38. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Catch made by Slayton. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Go! 60 Pittsburgh.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Jones throwing again. Flushed out right. That's complete to Slayton. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 82 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 2nd and 7, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
70, Indy. Hey, orbit.
3rd and 3.
Now Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. D. Ford, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Now Wentz. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wentz. Looking deep for his tight end. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Rosas good with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Stepping up, he'll try and run. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st.
Watch that. 6-6, pull it high.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Done. 180. Let's find two.
Now a handoff looking right. The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Kill. Hey, 57. Hey, 74.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wentz, and complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a gain of 4. Able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Here we go. 180.
They'll run with Sanders. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run with Sanders. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this fight? And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Bravo. On. Ready.
Throwing Jones. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Ready. 60 outlaw. Go, go. Get it.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. T.J. Green with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
Seibert able to knock this one through. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Go on. Let's go. Ready.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Down. 18 Gator.
Hey, watch the slant.
Check 3. Hey, Sam off. Clear.
Jones now to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, echo.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, Slayton. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Here we go. 180.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Go. Hey, empty. Run. X3. 218.
Now a handoff looking right. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
Here we go. 120.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Tight down. There you go. Switch. Go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Dalvin Tomlinson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it. That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Wentz. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 53 yards.
1st down, Eagles.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there. Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. 2nd and 14. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 43 yards. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen. despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Throwing right, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now they try the right side here, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a handoff looking right. Got some room at the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word. But if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Lion.
And they give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now they try the right side here. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Philadelphia, the win is their 8th on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.